I hope he's not the most boring man in Australian history, because I've pretty much built an entire book around him. So you've got me a little bit worried there, mate.
So what sort of things was he into?
The thing about Deakin, who's this hero of the modern Liberal Party, he's regarded as the great founder of the modern Liberal Party, but he was really sort of hippie. He believed in animal rights. He believed in women's rights, which was even more radical at the time. He introduced all sorts of progressive legislation, liberalised factory laws, so small children weren't being trapped in the gears of industry. Incredibly progressive. But he also had some fairly unconventional religious beliefs.
Yeah, and that included things like talking to the dead, didn't it?
He was Australia's leading liberal necromancer. He was the president of the Victorian Association of Progressive Spiritualists and a qualified medium. He believed that his hand was possessed on 49 occasions by the spirit of John Bunyan, and that the ghost of John Bunyan had written a sequel to The Pilgrim's Progress through him. He regularly talked to Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's dead husband, sought advice from him. He took advice from a dead Ballarat accountant on what stocks to buy. So he would regularly pop into a darkened room with an old lady. There'd be a seance, and he'd communicate with the dead.
And he even, later when he became a politician, didn't he also talk to like J.S. Mill about political theory?
Yep. Oh no, he took advice from these sort of great liberal thinkers who'd been in the grave for decades, sometimes centuries. He actually married his wife Patty because she could talk to Shakespeare, and he thought having a direct line to Shakespeare might be useful. But no, he took advice from John Stuart Mill. His mentor at the start of his political career was a former Victorian Premier Richard Heales, who'd been in the grave for 16 years. But still, Deakin is communing with Heales, and the spirits are giving him advice.